I'm Griff RoboDangr, and I watched Army of the Dead. Let's talk about it. Unlike my rant videos, this is just going to be like a mini review, so there's going to be no major spoilers, but there might be a few minor spoilers if you're sensitive to that sort of thing. Army of the Dead is a new Netflix zombie action film directed by Zack Snyder, who directed 2004's Dawn of the Dead remake, but is also known for 300, Watchmen, and a lot of DC movies. So what's it about? So Las Vegas is invaded by zombies. They overtake the city, and the government eventually just walls the whole city in, leaving it as some sort of zombie sanctuary. The president now wants to just nuke the whole thing. Our star is Dave Batista, who was the hero of a zombie-fighting military team before they walled up the city, but now he cooks burgers. A billionaire shows up to his diner and offers him a deal.
There's $200 million in the basement vault beneath the strip. I want you to put together a team and get it out. In exchange, $50 million is yours to divvy up amongst whomever you take in with you.
So Batista decides to take the deal. He recruits a team, including some of his old military buddies, a safecracker, and a chopper pilot. Batista also has this daughter that works at a quarantine camp right outside of Vegas. They don't get along these days, but for plot reasons, she ends up coming along for the trip even though she doesn't have any, military skills. So Batista's crew basically has to sneak into zombie-filled Vegas, get to this specific casino, and steal the money before the city goes boom. So, what did I think? So Army of the Dead is basically this combination of World War Z and Ocean's 11 and Aliens and Zombieland. There's not a lot in this movie you haven't seen before, but it's the combination that makes it kind of unique. The movie supposedly cost $90 million, and it shows, as this movie has the look and feel of a summer blockbuster action movie. It's big and dumb and loud and often predictable, but I had a good time watching it. The story beats and pacing feel exactly like a video game. Honestly, it would take zero effort to adapt this story into a probably fun zombie game. While this is not necessarily a scary film in the horror sense, there's plenty of gore, and the film does feature a suspenseful scene involving stealth that was a nice change of pace from the balls-to-the-walls action. The characters in Batista's crew are your typical assortment of badasses and comic relief, and I thought they were all pretty great. Tig Notaro's chopper pilot was a standout for me.
What does it pay?
Well, if it pans out, we make $2 million for one day's work.
$2 million.
But
That's my share. That's just for me. 100%. I'm in. Yeah.
They're joined by an obvious villain played by Fear the Walking Dead's Garrett Dillahunt. You know right away he's going to screw them over at some point. Army of the Dead zombies are fast and agile. The film features these alpha zombies that are actually intelligent, calculating characters. The zombies tend to be more like predatory animals than the mindless shamblers you see in something like Walking Dead. And speaking of animals, even animals are zombified in this movie. There's a freaking zombie tiger, and it's my favorite thing in the movie. Now, some zombie purists may hate all of this, but I actually dug the zombie universe they created here. Honestly, my biggest complaint about this movie is they set up this awesome Vegas zombie wasteland and this interesting dynamic with the alpha zombies, and it mostly takes a backseat to the whole heist dynamic of the film. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the heist stuff too. It's just that this movie is pushing 2.5 hours long, which is crazy for something so silly, and Snyder still didn't have time to fully explore all of his ideas to their full potential. So what else didn't work for me? There's this whole subplot with Batista's daughter, and the whole reason that she's going along with them, and frankly it was all kinda dumb. The movie spends too much time near the end trying to rescue some characters we don't give a crap about. I honestly get annoyed when we lose characters I actually like to try to save stupid characters that are in trouble for doing stupid things. I also wish there was more stupid Vegas stuff in this movie. Aside from a fun opening credits sequence, the movie doesn't take advantage of the setting enough. No ziplining over zombies, no zombie buffets full of human body parts. I mean, come on, Snyder. Still, this is the most fun I've had watching a Zack Snyder film since Dawn of the Dead. It's kind of weird that his horror movies are fun and his superhero movies are bleak, but whatever. So Netflix is already planning on making Army of the Dead a franchise. They've shot a prequel spin-off, and they're working on an anime series as well. And I say, why not? Hell, make that video game while you're at it. Final thoughts? This is a movie with Batista shooting hordes of zombies, and you have this crazy lady and this zombie tiger. If all of that sounds terrible to you, you should definitely skip this movie. If that stuff sounds kinda cool, then you should check it out. And speaking of checking things out, check out that subscribe button down there somewhere if you want to see more stuff like this. And until next time, later, Danger Seekers.